thanks for joining. This is the workout for active agers. As we all know, one of the most important things we can do for the longevity of our well-being is to keep moving. And today is really special because I have my mom here working out with me. This is Susan Rabin. Yay! Very special that we're working out together. So we're gonna work on balance, strength, flexibility, some cardio, coordination, and most importantly, mobility. Staying mobile is one of the best things we can do to feel and function and live better. So let's start nice and simple. If you want to put on a little playlist and have some music, feel free. Just take care of yourself. Never sacrifice the intuition of the body for the glory of the ego. So we're going to start with just some simple shoulder rolls just to get the shoulder girdle warmed up, our joints staying mobile, and try not to make this too effortful. Just nice and easy, circling the shoulders up and around. You can just kind of let your arms follow. Yeah, good. And then reverse the circle, forward, up and around. Just feel the scapula rotating on the back, the front sides back of the arms, up and around. And then we're gonna take some big arm circles. So lift the arms up and open to the side. So you wanna make sure that you're lifting your arms up without lifting the shoulders up. So maybe they don't go up to your ears. If you find yourself crunching your shoulders up, then maybe don't bring them quite so high. And you also wanna make sure you can see your hands in your peripheral vision. If we tend to let the arms go back too far, we tend to let go of our rib cage, and we don't wanna do that. So up and around, and now we're gonna reverse the arms out and up, and let it feel good. Again, this is just mobilizing the joints, getting that synovial fluid, the joint fluid, nice and active, so we're lubricating the joints and feeling a little more free to move. Now we're gonna take the arms out. Remember, keep them in your peripheral vision, and just make small circles from the shoulders and let the arms follow. So just little circles, keep the navel pulled in and up at all times. So maintain your form, circle, feel the shoulders burning a little bit, and around, and reverse, and circle around. And now we have a little work going on in the muscles. I'm sure you could feel it. I know I can. Out and around, out and around. And now we're gonna take the arms forward and flex the palms, bend the elbows in, and push out, flex the palms down. Back and reach. Yes, so now we're warming up the entire arm, the entire extremity of the arm from the shoulder. So your arms start in the back, and we're working from your back body all the way out in front. Reach and back, and reach and back, and reach and relax. And just shake that out. We're gonna start with just a simple little march, just a little march, nice and easy. And you can just opposite your arms with your legs, nice and simple. It should happen pretty naturally, just like you're marching. And nice and lifted in the navel, up, up. Have some fun, lift and up and up. You can start to lift those knees maybe a little higher and mobilize those hip flexors and use your lower belly, marching. And maybe you start to reach your arms out, and lift the belly and reach out, and keep the chest nice and wide. Breathing, are you breathing? Make sure you're breathing. Reach, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Go ahead and shake that out. Take a little bit of a wide stance, slightly turned out. So it's an external rotation, a little wider, that's good. Yeah, and we're just gonna bend a little bit, not a big bend, and the idea is for the knees to go out over the ankles. And you're gonna bend arms up and come down. Nice and small, it's not a big bend yet. We're just starting to wake up the inner thighs and work coordination. So arms and legs are doing two different things. Lower, exhale up. Inhale, big inhale. Exhale, stay tall in your spine, navel in. Squeeze the tush on the way up. And reach. And now, I want you to imagine you're pushing through the air. It's nice and thick. So you start to create your own resistance. This is why if you don't have weights, it's okay. I'm pushing with my muscles through the air. Up and squeeze and up and squeeze. 2 more, up and squeeze. 1 more, up and rest. Good. So now we're going to take a little wider than hips distance in parallel. And again, this does not have to be a big bend of the knees. Take care of yourselves. We're just warming up the lower body a lot and getting joint mobility in the knees. Very important. So we're going to start just with lower body, then we'll add the upper. So you can put your hands on your hips and you're just going to bend and straighten. Now, keep going like this and then take your arms out to the sides and just keep them there. It helps with balance. So you're going to keep doing that, Mom, and I'm going to turn to the side and just show you that if you want to go deeper, it means hinging at your hips, like so. So I'm not rounding my spine. I still have a long spine. I'm just hinging at the hips if I want to go deeper. But you don't have to go deeper. You can keep it a small bend. Stay engaged in your abdomen. Reach out through those fingertips strong. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, tummy in. 4 more. 4. And squeeze. And 3. Squeeze. And 2. And 1. And relax. Good. Okay. So now we're going to get into that march a little bit quicker, a little more active. And you can take 2 weights or water bottles or soup cans or nothing. I would suggest if you have weights, maybe 2-3 pounds at the most. I wouldn't go crazy. And we're going to take this march with a little punch. So there's a little spinal rotation. I'm going to be twisting my upper body. However, I want to keep my knees in line with my hips. So I don't want to turn my knee out to the side. So we'll just start with the legs, okay? So keep your arms right here and just start that big march, up and up. And now we'll add the arms, but keep the legs doing the exact same thing. So we cross, and there's a spinal rotation. We're twisting, but we're staying tall, and we're keeping the tummy in and the shoulders down. So lift the legs as much as you can from the navel, up, and twist and stay tall and strong, and reach and smile. I'm having fun. And reach and punch and punch and punch and punch and reach and reach and reach. 8 more, and 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and rest. Let's take a big inhale. Long exhale. So if you notice, you're going to keep breathing like that. Long, slow inhales. Long, slow exhales. If you notice, that cools your body down right away. So your breath is your recovery tool. So if you can slow down the inhale and slow down the exhale, your heart rate will slow down a whole lot faster. So let's do some arm work here. So I call these Supermans, okay? So our elbows are back, our shoulders are down, and I like to have a little bit of distance in my feet, but if you prefer a narrow stance, that's okay too, or even wider. And on the diagonal, anchor your shoulders, reach the arms out and back, and reach and back, and lengthen. You can think of it as a little chest press. However, be careful of those shoulders. We never want to let them come up by the ears. And you're staying on that diagonal line. So your wrists are in line with your elbows. We keep that joint alignment. And every time your elbows come back, I want you to imagine you're cracking a walnut in your shoulder blades without letting your ribs pop out like that, right? We know Nadia Comaneci happening. And back and reach, and back and reach. 1 more. Out and relax. Good. Just let your arms drop to your sides. And we'll take some simple bicep curls. Now I'm going to offer an option on this one. You can just do the bicep curls. Why don't you just do the bicep curls, and I'm going to add the lower body. So you can stay right where you are. I'm going to take a wider stance. We're going to take our arms out, not too high, anchor the shoulders, and come in nice and slow. So the slower you go, the more resistance you have to build your muscles. And out. Now, you can just keep going like that, or you can rotate out and bend as you do the arms. So if you want more, you can do more. And more is not better, it's just more. So it's up to you. Listen to your body and reach and in. And again, you can do this without weights. Keep going and just watch. I'm gonna show you. I'm pushing through the air nice and thick with my own body and my own resistance. So it's really up to you. And down and up. 4 more. And 3. And 2. 1 more. 1. And relax. Okay, we're gonna do a little tricep press. This time, we're all gonna take a slight bend to the knees, hinge from the hips, so our back is staying long, navel's in, slight tip from hinging from the hips, straight arms, and push forward, back. Exhale, exhale. Now, don't lose your form. Navel pulling in, ribs staying closed. So hopefully, besides the triceps working, you're getting a little thigh burn here. And press, and press, and press, and squeeze, make it count. 4, and 3, and 2, and rest. Okay, we're gonna put our little weights down for the moment. And we're just gonna take a little lower body work here. So we're gonna take the feet wide and not too turned out. And Susan, Mom, you're just gonna just on the left only. Just gonna lean to the left and stand up center. And again, left, and you can hinge at the hips, just left and center. Left, don't bend the right leg. Left and center, good. Left and center. Now keep going like that. If you want more, if you wanna add to that, you can work your balance and step and in. So you can see 2 variations happening depending on where you are in your fitness level or in your life today. And over and up and good. Center and good. Tummy in and 4 more. Up and 3. Up and 2. Up 1 more. 1 and rest. So now you're gonna do the right side. We start bending on the right and center. Good. Navel in and try not to pop the knees straight. I want you to elongate by pressing into the floor. Think opposition of energy. Down to go up. Now, if you want more to test your balance, you step in and over. And in and press. Keep the tummy in. You're breathing. So take those inhales and exhales. Over and up and over and up. And 4 and up and 3 and up and 2 and 1 and rest. Okay, so we're gonna step that right foot back. Now make sure you're not on the tightrope. So you don't want your feet too close in a line like that. Make sure you're a good hips distance apart and pop your back heel up. Put your hands on your hips just to start. Lift your navel up and in and bend. It doesn't have to be a big bend and up. I want you to equalize the weight. So distribute the weight evenly on both feet. So your spine is going straight up and down. Now take your arms out to the sides. Try not to lean forward. Good. And up, straight up and down. Now again, if you want more and to test your balance, you can make this a little more advanced by stepping forward and back and forward. Exhale, and down, and tummy in, arms strong, shoulders anchored, and 4, and 3, and 2, 1 more, 1, and rest. Good, let that go. Set up the other side. So again, not on a tightrope. You have enough distance side to side. Back heels up, start with your hands on your hips. Good, and think straight up and down. And up, navel in, good. And up, and now take the arms out, strong arms. Reach out past your fingertips. Now again, if you want to add on, make this more advanced, you're welcome to step forward and back. Just stay tall and lifted, so don't sacrifice the form if you're adding on. Just maintain your control. Move from your middle and breathe. And up and breathe. 4 more and 4 and 3 and 2. 1 more. 1 and relax. Okay, we're gonna take our little weights again, our little makeshift weights. And this time we're gonna do some shoulder raises. So try not to lock out your elbow. We want a soft, soft, soft little bend in the elbow. And we're just gonna lift straight forward and down. So just shoulder height and shoulder distance. And careful not to swing the arms up. Everything is controlled, no momentum. I'm bending my knees a little bit just because that feels good and it reminds me not to hyperextend the knees. However, if you want to stand straight, as long as you're careful of your knees, that's fine too. And navel pulling in and up, shoulders down and up and down and up and down and up. And 4 more and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit of a wide turnout just to get some external rotation in the hips, so we keep changing movement for hip mobility. And this is called serving. So you can imagine you're serving your friends a nice plate of hors d'oeuvres. Today I'm serving garbanzo beans and split pea soup. Both things I eat. And reach and back, and reach and back. Stay tall. Now, if you want to make this a little harder, you'll keep doing this, and you can bend and back, and bend. And here, because I'm externally rotated in the hips, I'm getting a lot of stretch in my inner thigh as I reach. And reach, and squeezing of the back side of the body. So I'm squeezing the tush on the way up, always a good idea. And reach, and back, and reach, and back, and reach, and reach. We'll do 4 more, and 4, and 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, we're gonna put these off to the sides again. Now, a little bit of oblique work while we're coordinating the upper and lower body. So be nice to yourself, just take your time if it takes you a minute. You can do this with weights in your hands, but you don't have to. We're not going to today. We're just gonna touch our fingers to the sides of our head. You wanna be careful, you don't wanna interlace because that tends to hunch your shoulders up. So take your time. We're gonna turn out a little bit and crunch side and down, other side, crunch and down. And don't worry, just try to go slow and work your balance. And tummy in, and tummy in, and reach, and squeeze and up, and squeeze and up, and squeeze and up. So we're really working that anterior chain of the abdomen while we're getting that nice mobility and working the legs over and over. 1 more each side, over and over and up. Relax your arms for a moment. Now we're gonna do a tall twist over to each side with the legs. So hands behind your head, and it's a little bit more of a march twist and twist. Stay tall in your spine, no crunching, and tall, good mom. Twist and down, and use your tummy. This is great work for balance. And twist, twist, and twist, smile, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax. So we're doing great. Okay, let's just take a brief moment to stretch. So take your legs turned out, and you can use your hands or your arms on your inner thighs and move a little side to side. If you're using your hands, you're up here without hunching the shoulders, right? And you're not pushing onto your knees. You want to be careful of that. So we're just getting a little stretch in the inner thigh. And then stand up, bring those legs in. So we are going to work a little balance here, okay? Arms out is a great thing to do for balance. If you want to hold weights to just make it a little harder, you can. So we're gonna do right leg only. I want you to imagine your abdomen's gonna lift your leg up and down and up. Now, when you put the foot down, if you need to put it down all the way, that's fine, but test your balance. Maybe you can just touch it down. Just try. If you fall out, fall back in. You won't fall far. And down, and lift, and lift. 2 more, and lift, and lift. Keep your arms out. We're gonna do the other side. Up, and again, if you need to put your foot down in between, that's fine. Otherwise, just try to maybe touch it, barely touch it, and use your abdominals to lift your leg up. So this is teaching you that connection between your navel and your legs. So this is all part of your core, inner thigh, pelvis, abdomen. We really want to connect that. One more, up, relax, rest your arms. One more variation of those. We're going to do that with external rotation. Now notice that my external rotation doesn't mean I'm out here, right? It's generally on a little bit of a diagonal so we don't turn our body. So arms out, right side, just lift the leg and touch it down. Up so your spine is nice and tall. Yeah, and you can put your foot down each time, each repetition, but if you can just touch it, give it a shot. And up, and up, and up. Just one more, and up. Keep your arms out, other side. Up and down, staying tall and lifted in your spine. Again, find that connection of your abdomen and inner thigh. Shoulders are anchored, down and back. Reach with the fingers, and up, and up. 2 more, and up. 1 more, and up, and rest. Okay, shake that out. We're gonna do one more little push before we stretch and mobilize again. So we're gonna take that march, and then we're gonna take some variations. So we're gonna take our weights. Okay, so we're really gonna give ourselves a little strong finish, okay? So just start simple, just with the legs marching, just simple, simple. Up and up, good, and let your heart rate rise here. We'll cool it down like we always do, and now you're just gonna do those little punches with a slight twist of the spine, twist and lift. So the legs aren't twisting, but the upper body has that little bit of spinal rotation like we did before. And over, and 4, 3. Now we're gonna punch up and up, up and up. Good, up, great. And lift, strong finish. Up, 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 and lift, and lift. Lift, keep going, and up, and reach. Lift, and up, and up. 8 more. Aren't you lucky that you can move? And up, and 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay, put your weights down. We're gonna cool the breath down slow. Ready for a nice big slow breath. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, long, slow. Exhale, good. And yeah, stand however you're comfortable. Big, slow inhale, slow it down. Exhale. Reverse your arms. Long, slow inhale. Fill up with breath. Hold it at the top if you need to. Long, slow exhale. Get empty. 1 more. Big inhale. Exhale. And we're just going to loosen up the arms by lifting them up and down and up and down. Now, I know I sway side to side all the time. That's because I am a mover. I can't stop moving. It's hard for me. So you can stand perfectly still, or you can transfer your weight like I'm doing. It's up to you. Just do you. Let it feel good. And down and up. Now, we're going to take it up again, but this time we're going to turn down and up. So internal and external rotation of the shoulders. Our shoulder girdle is a very tricky spot. We want to be really careful. We tend to sit a lot in this culture, whether it's at a desk, driving, or we're hovered over our phones. It tends to close us off in the front body a little bit. So we want to make sure we really take good extra care of those shoulders. And last one. And relax in just a few little circles. And the other way. And we're gonna take some yummy stretches, really important as part of your cool down process to work your flexibility while you're nice and warm like this. So I'm gonna grab a chair because some of you may decide to use one. Okay, so here's a chair for you, Mom. So you're gonna hold onto the chair and we're gonna stretch our quadriceps, hip flexors, front body. So you can do this with the chair. You're gonna hold onto the front of your right ankle, right, good. And the idea here, instead of trying to pull the foot to the tush, you wanna press that hip and thigh forward. So you can do it with the chair, but if you would like to test your balance, you're welcome to try it this way. And again, I'm not arching my spine and pulling my foot back, I'm pulling my hip bone forward. So I'm actively, dynamically stretching the front body. It's a much more efficient way to stretch is when you're doing it with your own body's dynamics and muscles. And then release that side and take the other side, left foot in left hand. And again, use the chair, but don't forget about your abdomen and the rest of your posture and pulling that hip bone forward. So up to you either way. If you're trying your balance, you can also put your hand on your hip or out. All things work. You just got to find what works for you. Breathe, breathe. And slowly, don't let it snap. Just release it with control. Okay, so you're going to take a little hamstring stretch. So you're going to have a seat. So for the person in the chair, and sit forward in the chair, a little bit forward. And you're gonna take your right leg out in front of you and just start to lean over the leg. And if you wanna do it that way, that's great. And if you wanna try and do it standing, you can do that too. It's really up to you. Just listen to your body and go as far as you can. And it's okay to round your spine a little, but you always wanna send your breath into where you feel the stretch. So inhale into the stretch, exhale, look for the release of the stretch. Inhale into the stretch, exhale, release, and slowly come up and then change sides. You also are welcome to go ahead and go into your stretch, good. You're also welcome to put your leg on a chair. You just wanna be careful of hyperextending the knee when you do that. So you might wanna have a little bit of a soft knee, slightly bend the standing leg, and you can lean over it that way. But go to your own degree, stretch the back of the leg, inhale into where you feel it, good. Exhale, try to find that release in the stretch. Big inhale into where you feel it, good. And exhale, release. Okay, so we're gonna do a little figure 4 stretch for the outer hip. So go ahead and cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, good. And really listen to your body here. So you're just gonna start to lean over and stretch into the right hip. So go to your own degree. If you want to try doing it balancing, you can either hold the chair and stand, or you can stand with your palms together, and that helps you get really centered into that balance. I'm really stretching that outer right hip and breathing deep. My navel's still slightly pulled in. I'm inhaling into where I feel it and exhaling to release and going as deep as my body knows to do safely. So again, that's your intuition. And come up and change sides. So again, you can do it sitting in a chair like this. Go ahead, Mom. Good. You can hold the chair and do it standing here, or you can test your balance with your palms in prayer position, centering your body and opening up and breathing into that hip. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale into where you feel it. Exhale, find your release. Really important part of your workout. So stretching is part of your workout. It's not an extra ancillary activity. Go ahead and come out of it. Don't leave it out. So last one we'll do here. So you're gonna sit a little bit to the right, not too much, and you're gonna take that right foot back, and you're gonna put the top of your foot back, and then this way you can really feel in the front of that thigh, right? So sit up tall, and again, in this stretch, and you can do this standing too here, or with your arms out, up, hips. You're really stretching, you're good. Stretching the front of that leg, breathe into it. So you're sitting, you're still sitting, yes, exactly. And breathing into the front of that thigh, hip flexor, should feel pretty good. And then change sides. So scooch over on the chair, bring your left foot back. Good, top of your foot generally is what's down, that feels best here. And then think hip bone forward, Yes, and again, you can use the chair or you can just use your own balance and do it this way. You can start to go deeper when you're here if you want to a little bit. Just try it out. A different day might be a different stretch. So your body on any different day is going through something else. So really pay attention, stay connected, and then slowly come out of it. Come back up to standing. We're just gonna slide this over and we'll stand. Take your legs nice and wide. Lift the left arm up and take a big stretch over the side. Let your right hand help you with some leverage, and then lift, and then up and over. Reach, 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 stretch and breathe. And lift. Go ahead and cross your left arm in front. Give it a little pull so you're stretching the outer shoulder. And release, other side. Over. Let's take the legs a little bit closer together. Big inhale up. Exhale. And big inhale. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy how your body feels right now. And reverse the arms. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And you should all be very proud of yourselves. I would do this workout every day if I were you. And thanks to my mom for helping me.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining. Go drink a lot of water and take care of yourselves. Have a great day.